The actor seriously injured in that frightening 30-foot plunge just 2 weeks ago is up and walking again. We're going to talk to Chris Tierney exclusively in just a moment. But first, here's a look at his story and the star-crossed Broadway show that's still packing in crowds every night. Flashing lights, gravity-defying stunts, a rocking score from U2's Bono and The Edge. Costing $65 million to put on stage, Spider-Man: Turn Off the Dark is Broadway's most expensive musical of all time. But with a tangled web of accidents and injuries making headlines week after week, theatergoers are left wondering, could it also be the most dangerous? Look at this video filmed during a performance on December 20th. The cord-holding actor Christopher Tierney isn't fastened properly, and he free falls a terrifying 30 feet into the orchestra pit.
You could hear the screaming. I mean, the whole theater could hear it.
Tierney fractured his skull, broke 4 ribs, cracked 3 vertebrae, punctured a lung, and suffered internal bleeding. And he's not the first injured performer in the stunt-heavy production. Last week, Natalie Mendoza left Spider-Man after a concussion, and 2 other performers suffered broken bones in their hands and feet. New safety guidelines are now in place, requiring a second person to ensure that harnesses worn by performers have been put on properly. And joining us live now exclusively is Chris Tierney, along with castmates Reeve Carney, Jennifer Damiano, Patrick Page, and TV Carpia. I pronounced that correctly, didn't I?
Yes.
Good, I'm glad. Well, Chris, let's just start out. You look great.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
Thanks, George. I feel great. I feel fantastic. Yeah, pretty aggressive physical therapy. Getting back, I'm walking with a lot less caution. I mean, my physical therapist probably don't want me to do that, but or say that for that matter. I mean, I feel like I could walk with less caution.
But boy, you had a fractured skull, 4 broken ribs, 3 cracked vertebrae. You had back surgery.
Yep.
What do you remember? We're watching it again. You watch it as if nothing's happening. Yeah. What do you remember about the moment?
Well, the moment, I always had my moment where I, Spidey posed to look at Goblin, and then I look down, and our beautiful Mary Jane gets cut, and she drops, and then I jump. But I get caught.
It's slack.
Yeah, well, not just slack. Because I always go for it. We were talking before, because if you don't go for it, it just doesn't play. It doesn't look good. And so I'm out, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, I'm not being held back at all. Tried to grab the edge of the stage, but I had too much inertia, and then falling, just was falling down. And the moment I hit, the moment I realized I'm just gonna go, because I was going head first, I just had to duck and turn around, or just kind of twisted around.
So you fell on your back?
Yeah, so I came around on my back.
And Jennifer, you were dangling, watching the whole thing, doing your thing. What did you see and what did you feel?
Well, I remember falling, and then just in a split second I just saw Spider-Man on his back, but I wasn't sure which one it was, because we have another Spider-Man who comes from above. But then I heard Kat talking to Chris, and then I knew it was him. But I just tried to stay as calm as possible, because I was happier to know it was Chris, because I know that he's like the strongest dude I've ever met. So I was like, okay, well, at least that's better. But like,
I was happy to know that it was
right now. No, but I mean, because I think we all knew that he would probably withstand that better than anyone else in the cast.
Yeah, and he did. But of course, it raises the whole question of safety. And there's been a lot of reaction in the acting community. And Reeve, I wanted to ask you about this, because Alice Ripley had a tweet, and she said this is completely unacceptable and embarrassing to working actors everywhere. Does someone have to die? Where's the line for the decision makers? I'm curious. You must have heard a lot of this. What's your response?
I mean, I think we all appreciate everyone's concern for our safety. I guess you just get into this job, it's an athletic event, so you know that it's something that has a certain amount of risk involved, but the people on our crew are amazing. I mean, the care for our safety every day and the improvements in the safety are, you have to trust, and we do trust them. So I mean, we do appreciate everyone's concern, but I think the only people more concerned than other actors are the people in the crew. And
everyone's looking out for you.
You definitely feel it.
And Patrick, you're a veteran. There's been some blowback also on Julie Taymor, who's directed this. Adam Pascal, the Broadway actor, says she should be charged. I mean, I think he was taking some poetic license there. But what do you say to your fellow actors who think that this is just cross the line, that too many risks are being taken?
I wish they could be in the building with us and see the care that Julie takes and that our producer Michael Cole takes, and I think they'd feel a lot better, and that our union takes. You know, we've had representatives from Equity there from the very first day, and in our building virtually all the time since then, looking after us. And we also have this crew. I've worked with this crew once before. I did another show in the same theater with the same guys. And I've been, you know, hooked up to the very top part of that theater by these same guys. And you just couldn't ask for anybody better. So I really agree with what Reeves says. If I was on the outside hearing the things they hear, I might have the same reaction. I wish they were in the building with us, because I think they would have a different reaction.
And TV, you're coming in to replace Natalie Mendoza, so you don't have any fear, right?
I don't have any fear in terms of safety. No, I don't have any fear.
Well, what are you afraid of?
Me.
I'm afraid, not really afraid, but I have a great want to step into some big shoes and to do the best that I can do and to service this piece. That's not a fear, but just a desire.
Healthy butterflies.
Yeah.
And you're coming back?
Oh yeah. I mean, the moment I can. I mean, the moment I kind of get the okay from, you know, my doctors, I have a bunch of, you know, screws in my back right now. But the moment I'm gonna, as aggressively as I can, go through my physical therapy, and the moment I feel like I'm good, I'm back in the show, I can't wait.
And Reeve, I was emailing with someone yesterday who said that this show, Spider-Man, is going to go down as the biggest comeback story in Broadway history.
Thanks to this guy.
What do you want people to know about it beyond all the press?
I mean, it's a great story. It's a classic love story, an action-packed thriller. I mean, it's got something for everyone, and I think it's so great to see everyone come together and want to make that a reality, to have it be the greatest comeback in theater history.
You know, you say action-packed. I took my daughter Elliot last week. She's 8, and she said, "I love action theater."
I like that. I love that phrase, action theater.
Action theater. Thank you all very much. You're looking great.
Thank you,
Welcome
sir.
back.
Thank you.